Well, hello friends, how's everybody doing out there? This is your friend Jeff, playing Ultimate General American Revolution. I'm gonna go ahead and I've gotten certain points into the British Hard campaign, and I'm just gonna, I guess, show you. Okay, so anyways, we got 4.22 revised 53253, so, it's been updating. I think it's a little unbalanced and whatever, but I'm gonna share my thoughts on it. I got a save in here, but again, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and just show it. I guess let's start from the very beginning.
Every person is born to do something great. Every day they have a choice to take a step closer to their destination or to run away.
Okay, so American campaign here, which is basically the full campaign, and then here's just 1 year. And so we're gonna do that.
I was the fourth child in the family.
All right, so again, they need to. I think the devs need to change this because if we just go with this guy right here, he comes into this game later on, like in a couple of months. And so we have two of them. So, yeah, and then plus I take his picture, so it's kind of funny. But even though my name is in this game, whenever I play these kind of games, I actually put my real name in. I don't care. It's this way. That's me. But this is the story of how. Apparently, he's the guy who in the British that took Canada. So and why sometimes he pops in the game way down south. It beats me. But anyways. Oh yeah, and then later on we'll take the photo. And like I said, so here we go.
My family was close to the king, and this afforded me the great privilege. As the youngest in the family, my three older brothers have always supported and looked after me.
So, like I said, this is just like the American campaign about George Washington. So again, problem solving is intelligence, teamwork, and social. But
I followed the successful military careers of my brothers with great interest. After finishing school, I decided to follow in their footsteps and joined the army. My father purchased a commission for me as a dragoon officer in time for the War of Austrian Succession, where I served mainly in Flanders. Later, my military service brought me to North America. There, the army was tasked with capturing all of French Canada. I was given command of a battalion of light infantry during the siege of Quebec.
yeah, see, so he's the guy that did Canada. So anyways, the Aurora I've done plenty of times, and I'm going to tell you, I've done this hard campaign 5 times, and I've only won it once on easy. But I mean, I'm just saying, and it's not really win. You can do anything in this, and then it's going to end. But anyways, Aurora, spotting, and speed. I've done speed a lot too, but I'm going to go with this, scouting.
Within a year, I had gained command of the regiment and performed well in the Battle of Saint Foy. Unfortunately, the war took away my closest brother and best friend.
Yeah, and the same thing happened to George Washington, so, oh well. Okay, reckless, uncooperative, and charisma and willpower. I always kind of do, I think this. I'll take the hit in perception. It's 24 at the moment. So I think that's what I always do. I will not do willpower. So yeah, okay.
But this did not break me, and a year later, I commanded a brigade in the Montreal campaign.
Okay, now this one is the looting. I never do the looting, so I mean that doesn't even, I don't even apply that. This courier network is very important in the game, and so but the -20 tensions with the natives, that is really good because you don't have problems with them right away. I mean, we're only talking about a year of gameplay anyway, so I mean, this is the hardest decision for me. Like, this really is. That network is it's only 15% reporting. Increase reporting speed. Yeah, no, I'm just telling you. Yeah, I don't want the natives problem.
Having shown my talent as a commander in many battles, I was promoted to the rank of general. After the war, I returned to England, where I was involved in the development of the army and taught at the Royal Military Academy.
Now, again, we can make arguments for food. We can make well, foraging again is something I don't do. So I mean, because you do that, and you're gonna have bad loyalty in the area. In this game, in the British campaign, it's all about loyalty. So I mean, it is like, it is just crazy. So I'm gonna go with the ammo.
My rank and birthright secured me a seat in Parliament. On questions related to the American colonies, I have always...
Loyalty again, you know, and mining, yeah, because mining costs is really something too, but that one extra infantry is a big deal.
While I advocated for moderate treatment of the colonies, unfortunately, the situation got out of hand. I must fulfill my duty to England and the King to restore order in the American colonies.
All right, so we ended up with 42, you know, whatever. It's whatever it is now. On a hard campaign, you know, and like I said, that's the starting one, that one. And this is how right here, like he comes in the game later in a couple of months with this, like that. So I don't know, if I look at these guys, I mean, they're all, there's not many choices here, you know what I mean? Like, you know, can one of these guys have brown hair? Like, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll go in as him, I guess. Seeing that I know for a fact. And then all of these guys are gonna come in, I guess. They don't have many photos. I wish they had a lot more choices here. All right, so I'll go with this one, even though I like the other one. And I will not go aggressive AI. So I mean, I think they're already, you know, whatever. So, okay, so there we go. Sorry that it took 10 minutes to just go through this little thing here. You can go faster by hitting the space bar to go through that if you want. When you start this game, you could just use space bar, get to the point where you want to make your choice and do it, and then you can get through this real quick. And so this is a hard start, so you know, I can go ahead and save the game. All right, so again, we just arrived. And the game should be paused, and we can save the game. So I'm gonna call this hard redo Brit start. And so that way I already have a Brit 1 and a Brit 2 that I can save over to right over these and stuff like that if I choose to do that. But hard redo Brit start. Okay, let's do it. So the game is saved. And okay. So I'm gonna show you some, like, don't forget, every player who plays this game is gonna do something different, okay? And for whatever reasons, but at least I share my reasons of why I do it. It doesn't mean you should do it too, okay? So just get that out of the way right now. So I got this 18 gun ship, and then again, just like this, you can go stamina or you can go morale. The only reason I do a morale, and the only reason I go here is because I want rotation speed, I want move speed, you know, like I'm just into that, like that's what I want. I mean, I would love to be able to, because okay, the way I played Age of Sail, if you go look at my Age of Sail videos that I put up, I totally go to try to capture ships. Like I do not want to just sit there and blast them away unless it's deliberate, like, you know what I mean? So we got this guy right here. So I already know that Salem is gonna be a problem, and so I'm gonna go right to Salem with that ship. And then if I can get back to here. So when you see me do this, just realize other people are going to do different things. And that's fine. That's their game, not mine. So, and this guy, I'm going to send him to Falmouth, because that may be a problem. So that's where the 18s are going to go. Now, this 28 gun ship, which I know it's a big deal, but it's got 4-pounders, 18-pounders, and 24-pounders. The game hasn't started. It's February 16. I got it paused, so the game hasn't even started. So if I show you this, you do not see any income or anything about the salary and stuff like that. And so for me, the starting of this, I want to scrap him or disband or whatever that. And same with the Bellona. Now, you know, I love Bellona ships. Like when I get them, I'm like really super happy. But I'll get a Razi first and then I go for this. I don't necessarily like the Ardents, but anyways, again, so he's got 9-pounders, 18 and 32-pounders. So just think of this right now for this class of ship, 9, 18 and 32. Alright, and so then if I can get back to the 40 gun ship, now that I did that, I can take these 6-pounders and I can bump them up to 9-pounders. And I can take the 12-pounders and bump them up to 18 because of the guns that I got off of those 2 SOLs. And so that's going to give me, and I just think that these guys are going to be better with 9-pounders and 18s. So that's what I'm going to do there. And then this guy, he's going to patrol over here. And then this 28 gun ship, there's nothing, I don't think there's nothing that we can do with this. So he can go ahead and maybe I can get him over to there for now. And again, we got basically a month and a half to do whatever the heck we want in this game. And so everybody's going to do something different. And the game hasn't even started. And I know it's already been like 15 minutes or something since this video started. And so it's going to be long unless I break this up into 2 points. Okay, now down here, I do not like cutters. I absolutely do not like them in any way. I mean, yeah, they can sit here and hold this, but and don't forget, the way this game is about loyalty. And the way the devs made it is either you have a harbor person, a harbor ship, or you have a garrisoned unit in order to hold this. And it can be the least guy. You know, there's somebody playing this game right now that wants it so that way you can't do that. But excuse me, but this is the way the game is. The game tells you either you got somebody in here or you have somebody in the harbor to hold this on loyalty and stuff. And that's a game mechanic. Like, that's the way the game is. Like, either put somebody there. I don't care if it's just one company, but you got to get somebody there. Like up here, for example. I'll show you this. As long as this guy here, this one company of Fusilier, as long as he's sitting here, we're okay. The moment he comes out, and that's anywhere on the entire 13 colonies. Anybody. If you don't got anybody in any place, you're gonna lose it to the AI. Like, Spanish will take this, and if you leave this place here, the Spanish will take that. But the rebels will take everything that's below 40% loyalty. Everything. They will take everything. And so I haven't quite figured out the best way to approach this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really have not. So, but anyways, I'm probably going on a thing of telling you a bunch of stuff that is not making this any better. So, let's get rid of, you know, let's do the ships anyways. So, of what I would do. So, okay. So I got a 30 gun ship here, which is okay. I like that. He's got 6 in those, and I don't think there's nothing that we can do to change those. We could put 6s there, but and then we have an 18 gun ship. Now, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what I should show you. If I should show you... If I should show you... Come on. See, the game screws up when you do that. Like, all I want to do is give this guy a perk. And see, it doesn't do it. There, now it did it. Okay. Alright, so... Oh boy. Alright, so we got 18s. See, the thing, I don't know, like I said. See, I don't know if I can do this and hold part of the South. Because if I don't hold a lot of the South, then, you know what I mean? Like, it's really a tough decision. Like, if I just go default and I take everything north, but I got a 40 gun ship here. Now, right now, I think we don't have enough to do the upgrade on the 40 gun ship. Yeah, see, I don't have enough of those, but I think I have enough of the 18s to at least give this 40 gun, the True Love, an upgraded guns. Until I get the ships from Britain, I'm not going to be able to do this. And so, I don't mind paying the maintenance for the 40 gun ships and the 18s, but I won't pay it for the SOLs, and I will not pay it for the cutters. Of no matter what strategy that I do. But let's say I take him, and if I take in San Marcos, I send him to Sullivan, I guess. Let me see. Wait a minute. So Savannah. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna give up San Marcos. We'll give up Augustine. And we'll hold King George, and we will hold Savannah. And these guys will do this. But this 40 gun ship, I'm gonna have him go there. All right, I think I don't know. I'm trying to make up my decision here. Okay, so because I have found if you do not hold any of the south, I'm just gonna tell you what turns me off on this is that the enemy's gonna take everything, and when they do that, they migrate north, believe it or not. And once they get Reading and Easton and Penn, they can just come in here and take this. Like, you know, I faced an ungodly amount of troops here that 2 brigades and 2 cav just could not stop. And so, but I do know about the first year of the British campaign, and we can try different things in it. As long as we don't lose our general, the game will end in January, but if you can take all of this, it'll end sooner. And there are people who can do this, believe me. Go look on the internet and you can find them. But I don't like some of the things that they do. Like, I don't like having to okay, well, like I said, me explaining these things is nothing, because I'm not really showing you anything other than what's going on here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and think about this for a minute. Yeah, there's nothing that I can do, I think. So I think that's it. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and run it. I mean, the reason I have a save in is because I can go back to this save and do something different. And the other strategy that I can also do is, but the AI knows what I do and they will stop. Like, for example, when loyalty is bad here, I can leave this 18 gun ship here, or put it. But I'm going to tell you, I put a military in here, and I had a 600 man military in here. And what the AI did is they sent a brigade over here, which is 4 regiments, and they attacked. And I couldn't do anything about it. What I did is I put them on the ship and I sailed them out, and I lost Norfolk. And so, and this is what I'm trying to say, like, so if you want to hold the South, you're gonna have to have some units here. But even building a full 600 man militia, that did not deter the enemy from coming over here with 4 regiments, which is a brigade, and would kill him and capture him if I didn't have a ship here. So I put him on the ship and I moved them out of here. Okay, so this is the first thing that pops up in the British campaign is, you know, okay, so it's New England. The 4 places automatically lose our loyalty. And then I didn't get to land him, so let's go ahead and land him. Otherwise he'll just keep floating around in here. Like, you got to pay attention to these things.
push through.
Now, we're walking through snow, so we're going to lose a few guys, but I don't care. Okay, now there's an appointment, so we gain 50,000. We have tensions and establish headquarters. Okay. All right, so now this is where I'm gonna pause. This is where I'm gonna pause. Okay. Because on February 22, that's when we can go to Great Britain. Now, I'm not going to do much in Great Britain, but we got to do a couple of key things. So, yeah. So this is all about the start of this campaign to get the most out of it. Okay, so now, okay, so the first thing is we must do this. And we already know now that we don't do this because there's a mission that they give us to do that. And I start with 70 rep. So we're going to go ahead and burn 11 of it right now to get that. At the same time, I'm going to pick one of these generals. Well, I thought I did. Okay, so what happened to Gauge? You saw me. I clicked it. It didn't go here. What the heck? Well, I know I take Clinton. And here's Gauge. Okay, why is Gauge not going in there? I mean, how about this guy? Okay, fine. Okay, he's got some good stats. So I like to fill up the 4 right off the bat. And so, and again, we're not going to do that, so. Alright, so the game is still paused, right? So yeah, so if you look at the fleet, right now with the 240 gunships, the 30 gunship, the 28 gunship, and the 18s, it's costing 5,000 and 6,000. That's 11, maybe. So 11 to 12,000 it's costing, which is kind of expensive. Now imagine if you had the 2 SOLs. I mean, you know what I mean? I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to take a look down here. Okay. All right, so Niagara. Oh yeah, in front. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so this is, you know, again, it's winter time and we're going to lose some guys to do this, but I would rather have these guys in where they're supposed to be than to where they're not. And so I know that, and I know Niagara. Let me see, what X Niagara? Oh yeah, way over here. I want him to go to Saratoga. And I'm not saying that this is the best. Like it doesn't, to me, it doesn't matter what you do in this British campaign, honestly. Because either way, unless you get killed or you get totally wiped out, you're not gonna lose this. You know what I mean? You're gonna get to January and then it just ends. And but during this time, we got to try to figure out one of the better ways of doing this. And I always forget about somebody way out here. It's probably where the snow is. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of bugging out right now as far as... Oh, right here. This place right here. It's called Fort Kickley. Because if we don't do this, it's going to take them forever to get over here. And so, I don't know. Like I said, this game is something. But anyways, I got to go to England for a moment. So let's do that. We do not want to do anything right now because the game's going to give us a report to do something. Because we got basically the rest of February and all of March, and it's going to take 30 to 31 days. But the game is just going to slowly tell us about this. But the thing that I am going to look at is this. Okay, now why didn't this, okay, man. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to set up for them to send some of the guns to the U.S. Okay, that's what I'm trying to set up here. Now we got 12 field guns. Well, I think we won't do these because we can always sell some of these here. We'll get better prices here in England. So I think that is what I'm gonna do. I mean, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't want to create anything because if I do, I'm not gonna get credit for it. And so I think that's all that I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them to send some to here. Because right now we got 2 months worth of play. Okay, and this ship... Oh, okay, hold on, sorry. See, so here they're telling us to research the supply logistics department, and they'll give us this as a reward, and if we don't do it, or if it bugged out because we already did this, then we don't get this, and I don't even know if they'll take the -5, but anyways. Alright, so then I like to pause when those kind of things happen, because the more time that goes, the less, as long as I set stuff, you know what I mean? Like I like to set things before more time burns. So for example, why not pick, you know, whatever perks you want? Like just disregard what I do and, you know, do whatever you want to do. And so the 30 gunship is nice. This 18, he's got to go over here. And we got a 40 gun there. We've got an 18 here because this is going to be a problem. And, oh, and matter of fact, it ain't a problem right now. So then I should have these guys out. You know, so because the more sailing they do, the more perks they'll get. And so that is something that we can do. And then we need to now get this. So again, I'm gonna burn my rep and just knock it out. And then we gotta put somebody here. Okay, so the 5970 looks good right here. But it's still going to be a log type. Would we do this, right? 28 days, that's not too bad. And this will be done in 1 day. So we got 18 days to do it, but I want these departments in right away. So we're going to do it in just 1 day. And we'll get some money for doing it. And so until this thing tells me to do things, I'm not gonna do things other than to see, you know, what's going on anywhere. Because we don't really have any ability up here other than headquarters. I mean, I can show you this here, but there's nothing really. We don't have any prisoners. We do have some ships. We have some ports currently. And Savannah, Westall, Niagara, and Russell. Okay, well, yeah, so he's coming. Okay, so this guy is going to drop into Frederick, because I want to definitely hold Frederick. And this guy's going to come to Saratoga, so by doing double clicking, he'll pop in there. And then down here, wherever Keckley is, like this is the one. Like I said, if you... Like I've played this hard campaign a few times, you know what I mean, and so what I'm telling you is that a couple of times they tell me that the officer is dead, and I'm wondering, did I have somebody out there or what? Like, did I miss them? Like, so this guy Nichols, he's died out here a couple of times because I forgot about where Keckley was. You know what I mean? Like, and I think I'll have him come to Clinton, which is a long haul, and down south. Yeah, so I mean, again, I guess, you know, I guess we might as well have him out too, because he could at least be getting some experience. Because there's no threat right now. Like, there's no threat, and okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and run the game. As soon as this day's over, we should get 2,500 for doing this mission. And so basically, this is kind of like a tutorial of where certain things happen. And so we got 5 rep and 5,000. Reinforce your troops. Okay, so this is where they're telling me to send 1 regiment and 1 warship to the colonies. So I just gotta send them. And then you can create army units at your base in Britain to create a regiment to prepare express routes for further dispatch. So I need to do that, where I need to create a regiment. To provide our army and economy, we need to develop projects in the region. The construction of mines, manufacturers, farms will allow us to supply the army. Do not forget about the infrastructure. It is important for logistics and the economy of the region. Each settlement allows you to build various buildings that gives advantage. It is necessary to develop a department to provide yourself in Britain. Okay. And produce ammunition in England. So that's the first thing that we're going to produce in England is the ammo. And so that is that. Okay. All right. Now, okay. So now they tasked us with a lot of things. So, and that's on the 24th of February. So I'm just mentioning these kind of things. So that way people are aware of these kind of things that are going to happen in the British campaign. And you can play this any way you want. You want to keep running time and just let it go. But this campaign is only 1 year, and a lot of things can happen in the next few months that make a big difference. No matter, but I found as long as you can keep your starting general alive and keep whatever it is that you want, and as long as you don't get overwhelmed by the AI that comes up this way. And so I have mixed feelings about this, because again, I don't like having 2 separate groups, but if you don't own any of the South, you won't have a foothold to do anything. So and it's all a matter of what we can do. But at the same time, I truly like to hold New England. Like I really like to do that and stuff, but we gotta address all of these things. So I guess the first thing, I gotta make sure the game is paused, and then I gotta go to England. Okay, so they want us to send 1 regiment and 1 ship to there. Now, okay, so it's February 24, and the game doesn't really do stuff until April. So, and this is going to take us 30, 31, 32 days. And so, I already got the 3 generals that I want. I have my extra regiment of Fusilier, and then I have a Cav one, and so yeah. At the moment, there's no threat, so we're gonna go with unarmed. Okay, now that's gonna be 32 days. So 24 and then February 20, March 24 and 25, 26. So maybe around March 26th, 27th we'll get it. Which is good because we want all this before the game gets going. Alright, so this is the first thing. I'm sending one ship and at least one regiment, but I'm sending all of that we have in England at the very moment. So we're going to set that to sail. Alright, so that's Clunk's fleet. And you can see what we got in it. So 2 full regiments. Half of a regiment, I guess. That's 80 and 80, so that's 2 cav. So they're missing one. But I don't want to waste time here because there's no recruits right now. None. 0. And so anyways, that's that. Okay, so we're gonna set some ammo set up. So we make some ammo. We also have to create something. Alright, so now it's gonna take a while for this, but it said create a regiment. Now I'm just thinking at the moment. I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a couple of them. I mean, because I'm trying to think about the overall cost of what's going to happen. So yeah, so maybe 2 more, maybe. Okay, so we've done that. So let me go back to the U.S. and or the colonies or whatever you want, what term you want to do. Now, again, we're gonna need another officer. So 59, 56. We could make an argument for this, or 64, 58 would be better. Oh, or 91 and 64 would be even better. So yeah, we'll do that. 42 days. 39 days. This one we need because we need to be able to make 5 military units. Okay, so we got... Alright, so we got that going. So let's look at this for a minute. Send a regiment and warship to the colonies. Create a regiment in Britain. Start regional upgrade. Okay. Yeah, see, I already know that the game is gonna tell me to do something like this. All right, let me see something. See, this is 53 days. Yeah, I don't know. See, the game didn't tell me to use an officer, so because this might be something where, like, if I put an officer for construct, well, until they allow me to do this, I guess I'm gonna just let the game run, because I'm hoping that I can do it in the amount of time that it says to do it. So I think I can run the time. I don't think there's something else that I should be doing at this point, like I think. Like until? Okay, so your fleet with troops has left England and sailed to America. This will strengthen our position. Alright, so we got 10 rep for doing that, which is nice. You have successfully created a regiment. Wait until it's filled. Yeah, so the key there is to wait until it's filled. So we already got that. You have started construction. This will allow you to improve your settlement and give you bonuses. Okay. Okay, so do you see how that, you know, like waiting for them to give us the missions instead of doing it ahead of time pays off, because then we get those rewards. Now, the only thing that I'm questioning. Oh yeah, this is what I was waiting for. This is what I was waiting. It's important to do, you know, because I could have blown this and not get this. So, organize a mission in the region. You have the right to give a regional officer the opportunity to improve the situation or to carry out sabotage, organize any mission. And we have 43 days. 10 and 5,000. And then recruits for expeditionary forces. To replenish your troops from the colony. Okay, local recruits are suitable for the militia. Send reinforcements from England so that your troops are replenished in time. 26 days. Alright, so that definitely calls to pause the game at the moment. So yeah, so let me just check a few things. You pay 500 for 100 recruits, recruiting bonus -2. What? Yeah, see, like the forging thing I don't do. If anybody does, and you know, put it in the comments of why you would do that. Just to try to explain it to me a bit. If you want to do that, I mean, you can do that. But like I said, what I'm trying to do, and the reason I have it paused, is because, like I said, I don't want time going until I think about what it is that I need to get done. But I got to get an officer going. So what I want to do here is construction. And now this is going to be done in 20 days. And I can actually... This is kind of cheap. So that'd be 500. So the total will be 1,000 a week. So, but that sets up a couple of officers. Okay, so they're telling me. Okay, well, I mean, it looks like I said, I can do that, I guess. All right, let me see. Like I said, I already, all right, so amount of lost resources, amount of delivered resources. Okay, so so yeah, so you can see the ships. Okay, well, okay, so we'll take a look. Well, all right, let's get time going. Recruits for expression force. Send British recruits. Well, I mean, you know, organize a mission in the region. Produce the 10 ammo. Start construction of a facility in the region. Well, I mean, there's nothing that we can do yet. And that's going to be the tricky part of the game, economically, is when you do that. All right, so a Colonel Secretary. All right, now you have successfully started the mission. With the help of the missions, you know, so nice, thank you. Recruits sent. Okay, hold on. You have successfully sent transports with recruits for your transports to the colonies. So we got that. All right, let's pause for just a moment. Let's go back to England. Let's take a look at this. Okay, I'm just thinking about. Oh, so there is. Okay, so okay, so when you do this, you gotta look at what the cost is, the amount of textiles, and the amount of wood. Okay, I'm just gonna try that at the moment. Yeah, so until these ones, I'm gonna have to just see what happens with this. But I think that is what I'm gonna do for now, because I don't have control of this, I don't have control of that, and I don't have control of that yet. But I do, you know, I do have control of this. So again, we're gonna put this in, and I'm gonna burn rep for it. And so now we should be able to burn some time. I think it would be safe to do that. And all I mean is that, like I said, there's nothing going on other than these things that the game is trying to teach us to do. And so what I'm saying is, regardless of whatever you do or anybody else does in this game, I'm just explaining to you that, okay, so Colonel Secretary, okay. All right, let's pause. Okay, so it's important for me to make sure that I'm working on this. And now we have this new department that we have. All right, so 53 and 56. So 53 and 56, 57, 56, 54, 55. 53 and 56. So 55 and 58 is better. Oh, but 56 and 63 is even better. You can make an argument about the high number, but for an overall balance between the two numbers, I think 56 and 63 will be better. Okay. Yeah, and it's 42. And then what we could do is, we don't have a battle, but putting it at 1 starting out would be okay, I think. Recruiting bonus of 2% and 7% morale. And so I think that should be okay. Is there anything that I'm forgetting? Because I can't do this yet, and I can't do that, so I can't affect anything else, I think, going on in the game. So maybe it's safe to run the time. So again, like I said, I'm trying a different strategy. Oh. Okay, so here's where the natives start affecting us, but don't forget, I sacrificed the courier network and I went with the 20 points for all the native tribes. So even though that this affects me, that 20% or that 20 points is gonna slow this down a little bit, I think. But I mean, the loyalty thing is just a constant threat. Yeah, so there's a loyalty drop across everywhere, right? These are all the events that are gonna happen. And like I said, I still haven't quite figured out the right strategy on the opening moves of this campaign on a hard start. Like, I'm not saying what I'm doing is optimal. I'm just saying I'm trying to learn this game and stuff like that. And let me pause this for a moment. I want to try something. Oh yeah, see, and we only have a few officers. But what I wanted to do, and I don't know if I can do it, but I wanted to make, okay, usually in this game, and even in the American campaign, okay, I'm gonna just tell you a few things. In the American campaign and in this one, I usually make one supply with 3 companies, so it's a full company. And what I've found is that it's fantastic, because if you don't have a warehouse in any of these places that you make, this helps out a big deal. So you can fill this up, and then you can put it somewhere where you're having trouble, and it satisfies that. So that's why I usually make at least one of these, and with all 3 companies. But in this British campaign, we need to have a company in a lot of places, right? And there's some people who play this on Ultimate or something, and they want it changed. But I'm sorry, but the developers made this game in this British campaign of, you got to have a ship in the harbor, or you got to have a garrison, somebody there. It doesn't have to be a full strength. So, but there's some people that want to make this game even harder and do it. But what I'm saying is, my strategy at this moment that I'm sharing with you is, if I can make a few of these, at some point, like usually when I make one with 3 companies in it, sometimes they tell me I don't have enough supply wagons or something. But I'm just trying this at the moment because yeah, see, I can't create it for some reason. Okay, so what I'm telling you, for whatever reason, they're not gonna let me make a 3rd one, but I could put in one of these. I could put 3 companies, right? And I usually only just have one. But I thought maybe I could make 3 of them. But this is showing me. This is showing me that I for some reason. Oh yeah, no, this time it's gonna let me make it. So what the heck? Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna make 3 for now. I'm gonna see if this tells me anything. Okay, so alright, so again, I just wanna explain some of the things that I'm doing in this campaign at the very start, where the game hasn't really got to April yet. So I am just trying this campaign is going to be about trying some different things and stuff like that. And so I'm not saying what I'm doing is going to work, but what I'm saying is, as long as you don't die in this, even if I can get to January, it's not going to end in a defeat. It's going to just continue on at some point, because they're going to make more to this. But until we get this opened up, I can't change what's going to happen in England right now. Like, I just can't manipulate it. I don't want to manipulate it too much, because I got to produce this ammo. I don't know what's the reason. But until I get this opened up, I can't affect it, is what I'm trying to say. And so, Okay, so if we go over here, like I said, I know the Spanish is going to take this, and I know the Spanish is going to take this. Oh, and then here he is. I could give him stamina to go faster, or I can give him morale. Hopefully, you know, he'll hold his stand, but I don't know. And it's just the starting points that you're going to get from it anyway, so... But until we can build stuff, you know what I mean? I'm not going to waste any more officers. Like, I'm just doing the officers here. This will be done in 10 days. And so I'm hoping that I'm not making any mistakes. Like, I'm hoping that like I said, we got to get through the month of March, but I gotta make sure. And like I said, I you know, this has been going on now for quite a while. This is what I call the opening moves of this game. Like, is how I'm explaining this. Like, I'm not saying this is the best way to go. I'm just trying to figure this campaign out, but playing on hard. So I mean, and we're gonna get hit with 3 waves of enemy ships, and they're gonna be 30 warships each time. And that's gonna and that's gonna take the whole month of May of me fighting them. And that's a part of that is because I scrapped the SOLs, and I just have like 18 gunships, 28, 30, or 40 gun. I have 2 40 gun ships. But I'm gonna have a few more ships when the first group comes from England, because oh yeah. Okay. So this is when I think things kick up. England face significant public Okay, so this is where we can do this now. Okay, hold on. There's a massive loyalty drop. You can now develop. Okay. Alright, so this is where I need to pause again. Because now we can do the infrastructure. This has opened up. And our production also has opened up. We've got 600 here. We've got 16 trained officers. We have 4 of 4 generals. We have supply of 3 of 4, so I could... It's telling me I could make 1 more supply. Let me see if I could do that. I'm not saying that this is going to be ideal, But yeah, let me see. Unless this is telling me, yeah, see, it's telling me not enough wagons. Okay, so I want to make sure the game is paused, but okay. So this is gonna be key. So and again, I don't know if I have all the resources, but this is a strategy that I'm trying, totally new. Like I'm not, I'm just trying something. I want to see if we can do it. So the question is, I don't know how much I need. So if I say I want to produce, say 25, and it's gonna be 10 per day. Okay, so maybe let me try again. Okay, so I want this to go, it's gonna give me 10 per day. And so in 4 days, if I have the resources, is this enough? Okay, so, okay. So then, if the game is telling me that I can have 4, okay, so it won't let me make the 4 because I don't have enough. So we're gonna have to cancel that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wait a day before I can do that. So now, yeah, so now, okay, so, okay. You know what? I think for this first video of the opening moves on a hard campaign of what I'm doing, I think this would be a good place to stop and save the game and make a part 2 or a part 3 of the opening until we get to April or something like that. So because this is where it's really gonna take a lot of time to put before even the, like, what I'm trying to tell you is I got the game pause because there's so many steps to do before we get to April that it's gonna just, this next section is going to be a long time, and so I can share my thoughts on what I'm doing. So this is a good place to stop. So no matter where you are in the world, have a great day, a great afternoon, or a great evening. You know, please take care of yourselves. Be kind to others. God bless to you. Keep all religions equal. This is your friend Jeff, signing out. Adios, amigos. And adios, the lovely amigas.